full reboot. Too many things to mention. And let's get the timer up. And we will go ahead and restart the practice. Alright, timer's up. And do a quick forward fold. You already did it, but I still feel like the neck needed a little help. Alright, so that's that. And I already did my downward dog. So now, upward dog. There we go. Yeah, the low back is saying, hey buddy, slow today. It is not used to that after so many days off. So I'm using the abs quite substantially to prevent rotation of the spine, articulation of the spine. Because the spine is telling me, hey, dude, if you go too fast, you're not going to like it. So I'm going real slow. Slowly relaxing the abs. And the spine finally got to the point where I can now relax the abs a little bit. There we go. Abs relaxed. Because usually I don't have to tighten up the abs. Even though I still have to go slow in the low back, I can usually do more just with the shoulders instead of having to tighten up the abs so much. But there we go. I think I got it. Wow, yeah, a whole minute and a half waiting for the low back to get into a good spot. So yeah, no wheel pose today. Relax. Yeah. You hear from the voice, and I'll also tell you my sinuses are a bit congested right now. Still recovering from the sickness I had this week, which was not fun. It wasn't the worst, right? I still went to work. Yay. So I was still healthy enough to do that, so that's cool. I have a job where I can do that, so that's cool too. Not much physical effort required at the office. Mostly intellectual, right? Hey. So that I can stop most physical activity, let the body heal itself, get enough rest, try to get plenty of rest, turn on the humidifiers because the relative humidity got too low. And hey, kind of good to go, right? Alright, so yeah, a little cramp in the left foot, yay, and relax, there you go, body's feeling good now. Alright, so that is that for that, and I'm going low effort today. So, no wheel pose, but I'm going to do kind of a pseudo back bend by doing my half pigeons, which I'm starting to add into this. Today's the 28th, so it's an even numbered day, so I do the right side of the body first on even numbered days. And I think this is how I want to get set. Man, I can feel that left hip is not super open. Not as open as it normally is. This stretch is normally just kind of an easy mode stretch. Not much effort required. Yeah, the left hip is the limiter on this one today. Whereas when I was doing this before the break, the left hip was definitely not the limiting part. And so I'm thinking I'm not going to be doing my hip openers. At least I'm probably not going to be doing foot behind the head. Oh, we'll see. Gotta get the hip open at some point. It's usually not a high effort pose. So there we go. Yeah, I just feel that. And I really open up the pelvis, right? Pelvis, rotate up. Still getting some stretch on the quad. But the left hip is telling me, yeah, pelvis needs to go up, buddy. Because we are not as open as we were 6 days ago. After doing no form of exercise for the last 6 days. So you gotta get back slow. There we go. Bring the foot in. Protect the left hip a little more. There we go. Start to feel that a little bit. A little bit more on the quad. Feeling it on the inside of the ankle. So yeah, look at that, stretching out the foot. That's another thing you can do, right? Is you can torque the foot. If that's something you need to do. Which is not something I really need to do. The one thing when you put the foot in the elbow, it seems like it puts a lot of strain on the inside of the knee. So I was kind of concerned that my lower legs will point out and away from the upper legs if I do this too often. Like that, right? So I'm concerned that the lower leg will bend out too much. Will be anti-bow-legged, right? So if you are bow-legged and you want to find a stretch to counteract that, this might be a good stretch for that. Alright, so that's 3 minutes, more or less, on that side. And yeah, left hip, hey, said, be careful, buddy. Alright, so now it's time to see where the right hip's at. Alright. Okay, so yeah, half pigeon, there we go, standard half pigeon, good stuff. Get the main parts into a bigger spot. And there we go. Not as much stretch. Don't have foot at the elbow. There we go. This is a lot more stretch on the left side of the body. So like the rib cage, the left shoulder, as compared to the right side of the body. So yeah, go figure. Left side tighter than the right. Left hip giving me issues. Now the left side body giving me issues. On the different sides. So just gotta relax into the pose. And relax through the pose. And so now I'm feeling strain on the just left of the vertebrae. Up in the shoulder area. I wish I knew which vertebrae that was. Right there. Yeah, I guess I should start learning the numbers for my vertebrae and which one is which. At some point, perhaps. Right, because how many people can feel their individual vertebrae? So yeah, I can feel the individual vertebrae, right? But I don't know which is which, right? I can't count them yet, just by feeling it. I still have to touch it. But, you know, so that'd be kind of interesting, right? Being able to, you know, when you have a sensation on the back, being able to be consciously aware of, oh, that's this vertebrae. C4 or whichever it is. My left hand is falling asleep, interestingly enough. So I played with the foot a little bit, right? I try to torque the foot out. Yeah, feeling that strain on the inside of the left knee. There we go. So whenever I do that, right, whenever I'm going like this, I'm pulling the lower leg that way, right? Which, I can do that, but it's not something I'm really shooting for. What I'm really shooting for is, right, I want to go ahead and keep the foot in. I don't care so much where the foot is, but I want to get this guy ready. So you know what? Maybe I should start grabbing lower on that. Because eventually, right, I want to go back like this. So maybe, there we go. Go like that. And then I start feeling the back. And then I can start doing this. And then at some point, magically the hand and foot reach. I don't know. Alright, left leg, go slow. Good boy. Alright, next up. So that's my kind of pseudo back bends for today. Because I'm not doing a wheel pose. Because that's too much effort on the body at the moment. Alright, so now the real forward fold. So I still feel the back a little bit. Right, still did a little bit of posterior flex, shifting towards anterior flex, so still kind of go slow. And haven't been practicing, so I gotta go slow because of that too. Get those feet together, balls of the feet together, ankles together, alright. And usually I do lots of fingers behind the back, right, do that. But that takes lots of effort, so I'll just kind of tease it today. And then bring it back down. And what I can do, hands under the feet. There we go. Yeah, yeah. All right. And yeah, breathing through the nose with the head upside down, not an option. Do it if you can, but it is not an option for me today. Yeah. When I exhale, it feels like it's pushing stuff around. It doesn't feel good. And then when you inhale, it feels like you're sucking stuff back in, and that doesn't feel good. Alright, so just relax. Let the sinuses take care of themselves. Yeah, so hey, we send sensation in different parts of the body. Or send conscious awareness, right, to the parts of the body that's getting stretched. Send some conscious awareness to those sinuses. And dilate those blood vessels. See what that feels like. And then awareness to the legs. Straighten the quads a little bit, right? But don't put too much effort in anything today because you're tired. You have been exercising. You're on low energy mode. And yes, you get to go to work today. Yay! It's Saturday. And you're an intellectual worker. And relax. So relaxing makes you yawn. There you go. That's how you know you're starting to get relaxed. Alright. Yeah, you know what? I think I am just going to do a Janushirasana. Kind of screw the hip openers. I'll just let my Janushirasana be something of a hip opener. Well, I don't know. Alright, like first, right? Okay, well, I'm this far now, right? I'm this far now, might as well do it. And do that, and do that, and then relax. And put the chest in, chin. Tighten the abs. Oh, look at that. At least with the right leg, pretty easy, but we'll see if the right thigh can stand it. That was kind of the first thing that happened, was the right thigh. I was like, wah! Let's see if the back and neck can handle it, because that takes a lot of effort. Alright, so, I got that tight. That's all I'm doing. If I hold it, it's going to take too much effort for today. Okay, so let's do the other side. Real quick. Dink. Dink. Always be careful when the muscle slides over the bone. Dink. Dink. Muscle slides over the bone. And there we go. Got that side. Again. Too much effort. Next, I have to use the neck. I have to use some neck muscle and some arm muscle to keep the leg back. Surprisingly, this is very open. But that's it for the day, because that's all I did on the right-hand side. Alright. Next up, Janushirasana. Save my super hamstring pose for tomorrow. Well, you know, yeah, no, I want to stick with this. Only there's a way till I get more weight onto the right leg. Yeah, so I'm actually having to use some musculature to try and push that right leg down because those hamstrings are a little tight. They keeps springing up. So got my shoulder wrapped around the above the knee, right where the quad is. We've got the shoulder wrapped around the upper leg, right between the quad and knee, so that the upper body can press into the leg. Keep that stretch going. Without having to use the quad. And then of course the right hand bracing the right shin to try and keep the leg, like the foot, pointed up instead of rolling over to the side. And also to help keep the shoulder on top of the quad. And yeah, feel that stretch. Right hamstring. Try to relax the back, because the other thing you do, right, is you straighten the back. Once you find this, right, once you can get down, right, there's two stretches, right? There's one where you bring your forehead close to your foot, and then there's the other one where you kind of straighten the back. When you bring your forehead close to your foot, that is to stretch the back more. Sometimes the back needs that, so that can the nerves in the back need to get stretched for that. But then once you start to straighten the back, then that is more of a hamstring stretch. It's more of a hamstring stretch because you're rotating the pelvis to stretch the hamstring a little more. For another 2 seconds. Oh yeah. Bingo. All right. All right, 3 minutes, baby. Next side. Let's look it back to the right foot. Nothing really kind of shut off, right? Some of the stretches I do, you feel the constriction of the blood flow. Yeah, especially the foot behind the head. And that left side. All right, left side is usually not as open. All right, so we'll see what's going on today with the left side. Again, right, the face wants to come up. And the head doesn't want to go down. So again, I'm just trying to get things into place. It's more the back. I really kind of don't feel a stretch on the left hamstring. It's more the back positioning is what's holding me back. I'm just trying to find that comfortable spot, right? I look at head is towards the earth. But it's really, you gotta relax the back a lot. I mean, I'm using the leg a lot, so let's open the pelvis a little bit. That changes. That makes the back even more sensitive. Funny that. Huh. There's a square off the pelvis. Hey, back not so much of an issue. Huh. Fascinating. Go. Basically get this down, hits to the earth. Push the shoulder to the leg. Body a little bit more square. Relax the quad, let's use the quad. Two sides of the body feel extremely different. This side. And it feels like the left leg is shorter than my right leg. The shoulder's pushing on the patella more than it was on the right leg. Fascinating. Alright. So, that's hamstrings. Splits! Yeah, splits. A moment for my sinuses. Okay. I'm sure you've been there before. Every once in a while, oh, sinus says, hello. We need a moment. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that was a moment for my sinuses. Neck. There we go. And then take this forward. Careful. And yes, I've been doing the stretch a very long time. But look at that. I mean, I can feel a difference. My pelvis isn't pressed into the earth like it normally is, like every day. I mean, it's near the earth, right? Maybe a millimeter away, but normally my pelvis, the bone, is actually pressed into the earth, and that's not happening right now. Because I haven't been doing this, right? So I can actually feel the difference from not doing it. Alright, so a minute 40 seconds is when I do this. That's 30 plus 20 is 50 seconds on each side. So when there's 50 seconds left, I will switch sides, more or less. You're going to feel more of a stretch of the shoulder. So yeah, my maintenance pose, right? It's telling me why you do this every day. Because I have not been doing it for the last 6 days, and it's like, oh hey, yeah, we have been doing this. But fortunately, since I haven't been exercising those muscles either, it's usually pretty easy to get it back pretty quick. And yep, sinuses closing up. 10 seconds too late, but still good enough. Stretch the other shoulder. And I noticed as I was doing the stretch on the right shoulder, I felt the right inner thigh a little bit. So now, Yeah, I think I feel the left inner thigh a little bit. Yeah, pulse those leg muscles. There you go. See, that's why you do poses every day, right? So that you can keep the pose inside your practice. And yeah, sure, it doesn't look like it, right? It doesn't look like he's tight at all, but I can tell the difference. And the pelvis is now, yeah, it's getting there, right? There's a little bit more sensation on the legs than normal, but yeah, the pelvis is down on the earth. All right, so easy mode handstand means we start from a point of relaxation, right? So relax the hips, yeah, just bring the legs together, hips. Hey, look at that, we're getting back into alignment. Start from yogi squat. But not through crow pose, right? Crow pose is really cool, right? When you start from yogi squat, squat to crow to handstand, but that's too much effort for today, so I'm just gonna go up and whoa, left hip says, hey, how you doing? There we go. So my hands and feet on the earth. Legs are straight, I got the knees locked straight, right? Because I can do that. And when I did that, right, the left hip was like, oh, hey, look at that. We haven't done this for a while. Today's the first day you've been doing that. All right, so here we go. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, that's that. All right, very cool. Lots of fun. First, easy mode practice after not feeling well for a few days. And look at that. I did not get any viewers. Aww. Alright, but if you do happen to watch this someday, you are awesome. And if you follow along, you are totally awesome. You rock. And everyone, enjoy yourselves. Have fun the rest of the day.